Hi, and welcome to the BookishStitcher podcast. My name is Jeanette. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, and Goodreads as BookishStitcher, all one word. And this is my son,
Jaden.
And he's on the podcast today, because what are we going to do today?
Do a book thing together and then short project.
Yep, book thing, because what did we both do?
We both read the exact same book.
Yep, so we're going to talk about it at the end of the podcast. We're a little bit sick this week, aren't we?
Yes.
I have cold. I have some cold 911 tea. So my voice sounds a little bit shaky. Who gave us this cold?
Say.
My daughter got sick, and then she gets sick, and then she gets everybody else sick, doesn't she?
Yes.
But you feel pretty okay now.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so do you want to show your project first, and then you can knit on it?
Okay. Well, I have this scarf that I've been working on for a long time. I'm almost done with the ball.
Yeah.
It's taller than you probably.
Yeah. These are the drop stitches that we have to go back and fix. And it's huge. And then what is this?
It's my practice pearl thing.
Because what do you want to make after you do that scarf?
Mittens.
Mittens. And what do mittens need to know how to do?
Purling.
Purling. So I cast on a little rib. It's a 2x2 rib of knit pearls, so he can practice. How is purling different than knitting? Like, what do you have to do that's different?
Just switching it around, basically.
So is the yarn in front or in back for purling?
Front.
Front, yep. And yeah, so that's what he's been working on. Did you want to show the bag and talk about it?
Well, I got this bag for Easter from
Miss Mandy.
Miss Mandy.
Which is one of my friends.
Foxes on the outside. Leaves and pine cones on the inside.
Yep, and her Ravelry name is Mandy Pinecone. So do you think she likes pine cones?
Yes.
Yep. You like your project bag, don't you? So let's see. I will show what I worked on. Okay. In my Stitch Together 4G bag, and my friend Amanda have the Jack's cardigan. And this is a test knit that I am doing. And thank you, everybody, for all the info about test knits. I actually ran out of this yarn.
Which it is very nice.
Thanks. See, I was ran out. So I did it in a different color. Do you think this is an adult size or a baby size?
Definitely a baby size.
Yeah. And
it looks like the coat of many colors.
It does look like the coat of many colors, yeah. And so I just have to do arms, and then that will be done. And the designer for this is Ultramariner. Or Mariner, Ultramariner. I might be pronouncing it wrong. My brain is very foggy right now. I have a bit of a fever. Oh, and I forgot to show my finished object. Do you want to hold one?
Yep.
There you go. Let's hold them up together and smile at the camera. So these are my finished Alaskan Nancy socks. And they're purple and green. And they're tall.
They're white, purple, green, and dark purple.
Yep, there's 3 different shades of purple.
Looks like lavender.
It's called Lupine and Bloom. And this was my oldest self-striping. Yay! And I do have my other projects that I've been working on, but I didn't bring all of them to show you. I just brought 2. And then, in my Mrs. Brown's bag, I love...
Do you use it all the time?
Well, this is my first time using it because she just gifted it to me a little while ago. But what do you think of that yarn? Is it shiny?
Very pink.
Look at it in the camera on the screen. Look how shiny that looks. So this is the Catch Harbor, and it's in the middle of a row because it's all done by short row shaping, and it's huge and very pretty. You see kind of the netting there? You see that? You could poke your finger through it. Yep. And then there's this design part. So yeah, I am enjoying working on this, and I'm working on it slowly, just kind of enjoy the project. Do you want to knit on your scarf while I talk a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
He is a super speedy knitter, aren't you?
Yes.
But do you knit often?
Nowhere near close.
How many times a month do you think you knit?
Maybe once or twice.
I'm going to say that you knit every other month once.
I do knit it. I used to knit it like 4 times a month. Then I stopped for a long time.
You thought you were going to have this done for today, didn't you?
I was so close.
You were so close.
I was almost done.
You think you'll be done today?
I would hope so.
Do you know what's funny? You've been on the podcast. This is your 3rd time, and you've been working on this scarf every time.
Not the first time.
Yep, the first time it was tiny. You were just getting ready to join in this ball of yarn.
Yeah.
And so, okay. So I'm going to talk about spinning really fast. I put up a poll on Instagram asking people what I should do for my next spin. And by far, I believe, this was like the runaway winner. And this is some hobbledehoy.
Hobbledehoy.
Hobbledehoy is my last hobbledehoy. I was in her club for 3 months.
Hobbledehoy.
Hobbledehoy. Bunny slippers. Do you have bunny rabbit slippers?
No, I do have elf.
They're kind of elf.
Gingerbread.
Oh yeah, it's Christmas slippers. But so, these are gorgeous. Whoops, it's kind of, I don't know what's happening
It
there.
kind of looks like gray, white, blue, yellow,
And there's a tiny bit of
pink,
brown.
and brown.
She does little batlings.
It's almost like red.
I was in her battling club. And I want most of my hand spun this year to be gifts to friends. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I have a friend that would like these colors. Gray, pink, and blue.
And some yellow and brown.
Yep, so I'll have to go think about different friends that I would like to send fiber to and pick a friend to kind of spin this up and then send out a little, like, because I was thinking of you, a little package as a surprise for them. I'm actually very excited because I've been putting together this package for a friend. It's been the package has almost been done for months, like since the end of last year. But I was still looking for like this one last thing. Do you ever do that where you're looking for a last thing to put in a swap? And I've been looking and looking, and I think I found it, and it should be coming, and then I can finally send this off to her. I kept looking because she loves butterflies, and I really wanted something very special to put in there, and I think I found it.
At Walmart, was it? No, it was.
We don't go to Walmart.
It
was at Joann's. It was the one thing that I got, but that was, I can't talk about it because it'll give it away. But no, it's a different thing. It's a little like project kind of notions pouch for her that I found. But okay, so that was spinning, and then
Do we have anything else?
one more thing.
This
Yeah.
and that.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that. I'll talk about
Why
that
not?
next. I'll talk about that next week.
Why you have it over here then?
Because I was going to knit on it while we talked about the book.
Oh.
But anyways, I did not think I would have any enabling this week. Do you know what enabling is?
No.
What do you think it sounds like, that word? So let me give you a sentence and see if you can figure it out. I was enabled to buy some yarn this week.
Oh, you were not allowed to?
No. Enabled means that you saw somebody else knitting with it and it looked pretty, so you wanted to buy it, or you heard somebody else talking about it and thought it looked cool. So enabled basically means that somebody else kind of...
Wants what you have.
Not wants what you have, but kind of like persuaded you into doing it. Okay. So I didn't think I would have any enabling this week, but my sweet friend Gabby, who's Gabby Gale's Once Upon a Corgi show and Etsy shop, it was her birthday. She and I are almost birthday twins. She's on March 18th.
And you're 17?
And I'm the 17th, yep. And so because I love that Ravelry lets you do this, you can send somebody a gift pattern. So I had sent her a pattern gift for her birthday. And then in the mail this week comes, and you found this, didn't you? You got it out of the post box, or was it Faye?
I think I got it. I don't remember.
I was just like, I was not thinking, and you were like, it's for you. Like, I am not thinking.
Oh yeah, I found it on the porch.
But so she sent me a happy birthday thank you skein of yarn for the pattern, which Gabby, your yarn is worth like 18 patterns because it's so beautiful. I don't know. I feel like I should have gifted you a whole bunch more patterns because it's such a beautiful skein. But so she dyed up this Once Upon a Corgi, and she has wonderful yarns.
Once Upon a Corgi.
Yep. And she has project bags up sometimes in her shop too. It says, all caked up and nowhere to go. And this gorgeous yarn, what does it remind you of? You do first.
Kind of like the sea and a rainbow.
The sea and a rainbow. Well, do you know what it reminds me of? A field of flowers.
Yeah.
In the springtime.
Yeah, that's one. Or a crayon box.
A crayon box, yeah.
Or a marker box.
Yep.
Or a pencil box.
Oh, and Gabby, I wanted to say, the last time you had the clip at the beginning where you had your tiny little corgi puppies with their ears where one was down and one was up, it was adorable. And we have a corgi, don't we, Jaden? A corgi is a dog.
Okay.
A type of dog.
I didn't know
what kind of dog it was.
No, I forgot.
You forgot. Well, what's our corgi's name?
Dylan.
Dylan. And he was my husband's and I's first baby. We had him before we had the kids.
And you still have him.
We still have him.
He's been around for 10 years in this house, I think.
11?
Yeah.
Maybe coming up on 12. Yeah. Because my husband and I got married very young. So that is all the enabling. Thank you so much, Gabby. And I will have enabling coming next week because I found some really pretty fiber, and I used my birthday Etsy gift card that my friend Jennifer, Ironical Knitter, gifted me. So let's see. Can we talk about the book now?
I guess.
So the book this week is
The Doldrums.
The Doldrums by Nicholas Gannon. Okay, so why don't you start talking about it?
Well, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay, ask me some questions.
What is your favorite part about the book?
Favorite part about the book? My favorite part of the book was the illustrations. Let me show you some of them. There are some beautiful drawings in this book.
Yeah, I like the illustrations too.
Is that your favorite part too?
My favorite part is probably the end, which I'm not going to say.
Yeah, we'll talk about the end in a little bit.
That's him with his mom and dad.
He's wearing a lion mask.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's the main character's name?
His name is Archer B. Hensley, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I know the first and last. I don't know if it's B. Yeah, that's
Hemsley.
him. Helmsley, I think.
Helmsley, yeah.
And that's him on his since their houses are tall and skinny, not like our houses that are not as tall.
Well, ours is probably as tall as his, but definitely not skinny.
No.
Okay, so tell us about him.
Well, he was in this. For him, it's for a lot of people, it's a very nice house. And they have, like, a lot of animals in their house.
I found a picture of the house. Okay, his house is a lot taller than ours. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 stories.
4 stories, but it's pretty thin.
Yeah, we don't live in a 4-story house.
It's like from our kitchen to there.
Yeah, we just have 2 stories. Okay, so he lives in a house with a lot of really unique things in it. What all is in it?
Animals
Are they alive animals?
I don't know.
No. But does he talk to them like they're alive?
Yes, and they reply back.
So Jaden, how did all these animals get into his house? Who brought them there?
his grandfathers are adventurers, which I was about to say.
His grandparents.
Because, his parents kicked them out because they were...
Well, okay, who kicked them out? Was it the dad or the mom?
The mom?
The mom.
Yeah.
Because the mom didn't like what?
Adventuring.
Yeah. Is she afraid that he's going to start doing adventuring things?
Yes, and, well, from basically the beginning of the book, he wanted to.
Yeah, he really wants to be like his grandparents and do all kinds of fun things. But his mom is not very nice.
No. In fact, there's one main character, then a second main character, then a three main character. And there are 3 parts in the book.
There are 3
which
kids.
Basically, every single one introduces one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the second character might actually be mentioned in the first part. But
So who is the second character? Who does Archer? It's Archer, right?
Archer, and then it went
Who does
to
he befriend?
Oliver. Well, not really befriend. Oliver went to befriend Archer. Archer just wants him as a helper for the Antarctic.
Yeah, so we forgot to say that. Archer comes up with an idea to what?
To leave to find his grandparents
We
because
forgot to say that part. Where are his grandparents?
on top of an iceberg
They're lost. The last time they were seen was on an iceberg
in Antarctica.
in Antarctica. Hence the iceberg on the front of the thing. But we'll talk about that later. So he decides he wants to go save his grandparents. So what does he do?
Well, first of all, he needs more people to come with him. But
So he
his
convinces
first plan
Oliver.
was to go on a ship and drive the ship to Antarctica and get supplies.
Now,
But neither of them know how to drive a ship.
is Oliver really excited about adventuring,
No.
or does he just want a friend?
He just wants a friend. But let me find the good illustration of their house.
And do we love Oliver's mother? She's described as a plump, cheerful woman, and his father a plump, cheerful man. And Oliver's mom always has fresh baked food. Whoops, whoa, watch out, buddy. Fresh baked food. There are the boys eating in their kitchen. And so she
The
makes-
one that's sitting in the chair is Archer. The other one that's sitting on the counter is Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
They
Archer always has that jacket on
yeah.
and the striped shirt.
It's even in the front of the book.
Mhm. So let's carefully take the.
Same with all the other ones.
And so, Oliver has very nice parents. Archer's dad is nice, but his mom is very strict and not very nice.
Who's that?
Archer's mom is very strict.
Oh, yeah.
So who do they meet next? Who comes in the story next?
Mrs. Merkley.
Oh, you want to talk about her? Okay,
she's Archer's mom loves to have dinner parties at their house.
Yeah.
And Archer always gets into trouble at them.
Mm-hmm.
But at this one, he sat next to Mrs. Merkley, which already she's not very nice.
Who's Miss Merkley? What
She's,
importance does she have in the story?
She's their teacher.
She's going to be their
Yeah,
teacher. Yeah.
And they're in 3rd grade right in the beginning, right?
Maybe. I don't remember that.
I think so. Okay, and
Maybe 5th grade. It seems like they're a little bit older. But anyways.
no, I think they're in
So
4th grade, and then they eventually.
okay. So the dinner party turns into a disaster, right?
Yep.
So the teacher doesn't really like them going into the school year.
It's Miss Merkley, and we haven't talked about the dinner party, which.
Well, we don't
She
want an
got her-
hour-long podcast.
Okay, I just want to tell the really important part.
Okay.
Eventually, he hid the polar bear in his room.
Mm-hmm.
And
have a
then
stuffed
later, the polar bear made her, Mrs. Merkley, go to the hospital.
Yep, because she has heart problems. And so who's the 3rd main friend character?
Well, that's really, really, really far off. But,
Buddy, we're not going to talk about every page of the book. We'd be here forever. So who's the third main friend character?
Adelaide, I don't know really how to say it.
Adelaide?
Adelaide, I think.
Adelaide, yeah, Adelaide. Where is she from? What country?
France.
Tu habites à Paris? She lives in Paris, or she did?
But until
Or
she
elle habite à Paris.
She loves croissants.
She does. And what does her dad do? He makes coffee.
Oh yeah.
He has a coffee shop and he makes cappuccino.
But her mother is not very nice either.
Nope, her mother kind of leaves, doesn't she?
Not really.
So they move to.
Yeah, they move to
Rosewood, but the mom doesn't. The mom stays in Paris. But why do they move to Rosewood? What happened to Adelaide?
Okay, can I get to that part? I haven't even told about that part, and I was about to tell about that part.
Okay, be calm.
Since she loves them, but the croissants are usually stale because the baker never works hard enough. But then one day when the baker did work hard enough, pigeons swarmed the bakery truck, crashed into a lamppost, and then cut off Adelaide's leg, or made
a
it so
lamppost fell on her leg and crushed it.
And she had to get a wooden leg.
You can tell them. But so why was that bad? What did she do before the car accident?
She used to do ballet.
She used to be a very good ballerina. Whoops, if you don't just see.
She is right here, and then the wood leg.
Mm-hmm. And it says book 1, so there might be other books in the series. But so they all kind of start planning this expedition, right? And what they'll need, and they start strategizing.
Yep, and so they are going to have a museum field trip, and so before that they went to where the ships are, and they went to see when one would be leaving for Antarctica, which was in 9 days, which on that day is when their museum field trip was.
Mm-hmm. So their plan, this is all spoiler alerts because he's kind of telling you the entire story. We were supposed to just tell them a little bit so they could read it. But maybe your kids would like this, or if you like kids' books. But yeah, so they're going to the museum, right?
Now should we say that thing?
Well, we will, but I already told them spoiler alert. So they go to the museum, right, all together. And what are they supposed to do at the museum?
They are supposed to, their plan was that they would all leave and meet up in this one place.
Yeah, they would escape at the museum to go on the boat.
So first it'd be Archer, then it'd be Adelaide, and then Oliver. But then the plan backfires because Oliver didn't hurry up in time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the exhibit, the museum is with the zoo, so the zoo brought an animal, which was a tiger, which that silly zoo let the tiger out of the cage.
They weren't chained up properly yet.
Yeah, and then
you shouldn't chain tigers or have them in museums on chains. It's not very good.
And then she asked Oliver, "Where are your two friends? They were with you before. I saw them." And then he was like, "They're in the bathroom." That was what their idea. That's what Archer had come up with, which didn't work.
Yeah.
And eventually, they went. Adelaide and Archer went on the roof of the museum, which was very silly.
We don't have to tell all.
And so
tigers end up chasing them. Craziness.
Yes, and then their Archer's dad found out that they were walking on the roof, and then they the museum told them all to leave, and then eventually Archer's grandparents got back, and
Okay,
they never
whoa.
got out to the ship.
So, spoiler alert, what was the first thing you said to me after you read this?
I was going to ask you questions.
What did you say about the cover?
Why did they even do that cover?
Because
It doesn't. They don't ever go on the ship to Antarctica.
they never get to Antarctica, and this never happens, does it?
No.
In the whole book, there's this cover, and it looks really cool. Like they're going to go on this great fun journey, right? Do they ever do that? No. So this is a little bit misleading, isn't it? It made Mommy sad because I thought it was going to be like Lemony Snicket, which he hasn't read. But I thought it was going to be like that, like some kids going on crazy adventures. But it was not. It was adventures, but not crazy ones, not totally crazy. Just kind of adventures within the realm of possibility. If tigers were ever in a museum and chasing people, which probably not. But anyways, so this is The Doldrums by Nicholas Gannon. Sorry, my brain is such in a fog. But would you recommend that people read that book?
If you don't like too much adventure, but you do like some adventure, it would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you liked strict, yes.
Yeah, I would say rent it from the library. I mean, the illustrations are beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
And who knows, maybe in the second book they will go on the iceberg, but that shouldn't have been the cover for the one where they didn't. But so the second book I might get from the library instead of buying it, just to kind of find out, to see.
Yeah.
But the writing is good, the illustrations are beautiful. It's just not as fantastically wonderful of a story as I thought it would be. Are you looking?
Here's another one.
Okay, yeah. Last picture, yeah.
And Oliver's Garden, which I forgot to mention, Archer was to sneak to Oliver's place.
Yeah, because Oliver's parents are nicer than Archer.
Yep, and they don't care. But they do say that, Archer, you're probably going to die if you keep trying to do that because it's dangerous.
Oh, he climbs from the rooftops, yeah. But okay, let's say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. I hope you have a great week and that you get to do all the things you love. Next time when you come back, maybe you can have a finished scarf, huh?
I'm probably going to come back next week.
Next week? Oh my goodness. Okay, bye guys.